Unexpectedly, it turns out that there is a traitor in Vegapunk and the Straw Hat Pirates Alliance based on the latest information for Chapter 1074 of the One Piece manga. Vegapunk's fate and Straw Hats are currently in the balance. They were trapped at Egghead Island while trying to escape from the island. CP0 and the Navy are heading toward the island. One of the Gorosei and the admiral are heading to the island as well. Not to mention, now Bonney and Vegapunk disappeared without a trace. The Straw Hats themselves are trying to find Vegapunk and Bonney, where they must find the bitter truth. It turns out that there's a traitor among them, who's even had clues from the start. As shown in the previous chapter, Luffy and the Straw Hats, along with Stussy and Vegapunk satellites, are about to escape from Egghead Island. It occurred after CP0 surrounded them, not to mention that both the Navy and the world government are starting to get involved to overcome the situation on the island. However, an unexpected incident has occurred. Based on information leaked for Chapter 1074, indicating there's a traitor on Vegapunk's side. Clues as to this traitor's appearance can be seen in yesterday's Chapter 1071 and also 1074. In Chapter 1071 itself, we showed how the defense system of Punk Records succeeded in being deactivated. It certainly surprised a lot of people, including Stussy. Many fans had suspected that it might be part of Luffy and his alliance's big plan to defeat CP0, which had closed all exits on Egghead Island. However, based on this information, this was not part of the plan. And what's worse, it turns out that the act was committed by a traitor on Vegapunk's side. The big question then is, who is the traitor in question? For now, there is still not much information and supporting evidence about who is the traitor. However, there are several names that are suspected of being traitors. The first is Shaka. Shaka is the character most widely speculated to be a traitor on Vegapunk's side. In fact, the fans since a few chapters ago have been suspicious of his figure. There are several things that are considered to be clues about his betrayal. First, how Shaka is a mysterious figure compared to the other Vegapunk satellites. In the last chapter, it was seen how Shaka contacted Dragon and said that Vegapunk might die soon. It could actually be Shaka's words that really wanted to kill the real Vegapunk. In addition, Shaka was considered not to show empathy or anything else for what was happening. Apart from Shaka, other figures who are also suspected of being traitors are Pythagoras. In Chapter 1071, when Vegapunk asks for help from a mysterious person who is known to be Stussy, Pythagoras disappears. Besides that, when the barrier dome was deactivated, Stella asked Pythagoras, but Pythagoras looked panicked when answering Stella's question. So apart from Shaka, there's a possibility that the traitor could be Pythagoras, but this is still just speculation. How then there could be a traitor on Vegapunk's side is still unclear. We also still don't know what motivated this mysterious figure to betray Vegapunk. However, the speculation is that it could be that the world government or the Navy have exercised control, or they have been communicating secretly. This is likely similar to what Shaka did when he secretly contacted Dragon. The traitor figure may be controlled and forced to commit treason. And maybe the communication they have been doing has been established for a long time. It could be this also makes Vegapunk know that his life is in danger. This betrayal clearly had a significant impact on the Straw Hat crew. As mentioned above, they have to deal with three existing powers, namely the Navy, Cypherpole, and the world government. Not to mention that we see one of the Gorosei finally starting to move. This will obviously make them overwhelmed in dealing with the situation. With the betrayal on their part, the Straw Hats will find it increasingly difficult to deal with this situation. Even though Luffy can certainly handle it by using Gear 5 or taking advantage of Zoro and Sanji's powerful powers, this situation is still not profitable for them. Will there be anyone who will help the Straw Hats get out of this situation? We still have to wait.